Welcome to the Soccer Chaplains United podcast from the touchline. And now, here's your host, Rev Brad.
Hello, friends. The month of July is always a busy one for me as a volunteer chaplain in Major League Soccer. The league itself is in mid-season. We have an added tournament with Leagues Cup, and plus, this year, I'm prepping to speak at the 4th Global Congress on Sport and Christianity, being held at Baylor University's Truett Seminary here at the end of the month. So for the month of July, to lighten the podcast load, I'd like to read and offer reflections from my book, The Soccer Psalms. And similar to past stretches where I've done this, what I'll do is I'll read the biblical psalm first and then the soccer psalm. Afterward, I'll share my reflection from the book and offer up some questions for personal meditation. This week we read Psalm 3, A Player's Lament of Criticism. This week, Psalm 126, a psalm of rescue from relegation. Psalm 126, a song of ascents, verse 1. When the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, we were like those who dreamed. Our mouths were filled with laughter, our tongues with songs of joy. Then it was said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. The Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy. Restore our fortunes, Lord, like streams in the Negev. Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy. Those who go out weeping, carrying seed to sow, will return with songs of joy, carrying sheaves with them. Soccer Psalm 126, a song of ascent from a lower league or relegation. When God brought back the club from relegation, we were like fans who dreamed. Our mouths were filled with laughter. We sang the glorious, joyful club songs of old. Then it was said around the nations, around the world, God has done great things for them. God has done great things for us. Our hearts are grateful and filled with joy. Restore the fortunes of the club, O God, like streams in the desert wasteland. Those who invest in the club, even to the point of tears, will be blessed. Despite our long season of sorrow, we've faithfully kept coming and singing and supporting. We're returning and going back up with joyful songs. We all have a share in this hard work, paying off. A reflection on Psalm 126. I think it's difficult for fans in the United States to understand the joy, elation, and relief that is felt when your soccer team or club ascends to the next level or successfully fights off relegation. I can't begin to explain how different it is. More funds for the club to improve, increased visibility and exposure, higher level of competition, and more. For Israel, the nation, there were many points in their national history that they were full of despair. Whether being on the run from powerful Egypt or being in the crosshairs of the Babylonian and Assyrian empires and eventually being led away into captivity and exile, or the seasonal battles against rival local tribes and peoples like the Philistines. The psalmist writes about the Lord restoring their fortunes, and with it occurring twice in such a short space of writing, it means we ought to pay greater attention to it. Probably, as the psalmist writes, the worship of God is starting to happen again in the capital city of Jerusalem. Everything seems a bit brighter, a bit lighter, when we're able to worship God and live out faithful devotion to Him. In Soccer Psalm 126, I couldn't break from the feeling that the exile of Israel most closely resonates with a club that's been relegated, whether due to losses, disobedience of some league rule, or administration due to financial dalliances. And then the club rises up again. When relegation happens, it's the people, the fans, who feel most hard done by the result. Their loyalty, support, and hard-earned wage that has gone to the team has somehow been wasted. It leads to feelings of depression and sadness. But then, when the team wins promotion, when the fortunes are reversed and the team goes up, what joy, what exaltation. Beyond soccer, we can experience similar moments of relegation and promotion. Perhaps it's within our job or business. Maybe it's a success in our education or a pivotal advancement in a particular relationship. In such moments, it is good for us to have songs, to have words that express the joy and gratitude to God for the change in our situation or circumstances. When we have the testimony of others around us who also notice that God is doing something amazing in our lives, it helps us to carry a song of ascent like Psalm 126 in our hearts and our minds. Now some questions for personal meditation and reflection. Recall a moment when your club or team was raised up. Perhaps it was through promotion or through some success after a long spell of defeat. What was the mood and celebration like? How did it feel to be part of something that felt like it was on the rise? Another question, what places and spaces in life require faithfulness and loyalty in the face of difficulty and uncertainty as to the results? What about in marriage or another committed relationship? What about in an educational or vocational pathway? Finally, if you were to pray to God, restore our fortunes, what would those fortunes look like? In what ways might you need restoration or salvation from some place of exile or pain?
Well, thanks for listening, my friends. The soccer psalms in the US, the football psalms in the UK, all available on Amazon in a number of different formats. And coming here soon, Los Salmos del Fútbol, una versión del libro en español. Give it a read, write a review. I'd greatly appreciate it if you order a copy today. I look forward to spending time with you again next week. Until then, this is Rev Brad coming to you from the touchline.